Hey, so I'm here with my son Rustin, and today we're going to talk about creating the conditions for life. So there's a couple different analogies. Obviously, here we've got the woods in the background. You see some flowers in the back here. Well, those flowers didn't used to exist back there.
No, they did not.
Because when we moved into the house here, there were skylights in the house, but you could see no sky through the skylights. Just the trees were totally overgrown. In the backyard, you couldn't see the sky through the trees.
No.
So it's not. Some people say you got to see the forest through the trees. We couldn't see the sky. Couldn't see anything through the trees.
No.
There's no sunlight getting down, and there was no life down on the ground. None of these flowers. So there was. There was life, but it wasn't producing any flowers, not producing any fruit if we had fruit trees. So there's too much that was in the way. You have to have the right conditions for life, and sometimes there's a lot of stuff that happens that it's okay, but it's actually getting in the way of things that are going to cause you benefit or blessing. Christy wanted a field of flowers, of wildflowers in the back. It was never going to happen if we didn't cut down a bunch of these trees. And we had these trees. We had bonfires. 20, 25 feet, just crazy stuff. Pruning is something that Jesus says in John 15 that when he wants a vine to produce fruit, to produce more fruit, he'll actually prune it in order to get to produce more. Pruning is something that takes place quickly. Right? You can cut down a tree in 2 seconds. Life is more slow. Pruning is fast. So taking things out of our life can be a pretty quick thing. Seeing the results is going to take some time. And here in Michigan, I've been told that you can only cut about 30%. If you're going to pare back a tree, just cut off limbs and branches, you can only cut off about 30% or the tree will die. But that's because the context for life, the circumstances here are not as good as they are in Florida.
No.
In Florida, I've seen people cut trees back, all the way to the stump. And
it grows massive.
And it grows back fast. But that's because the context is there for life to grow. I don't know if it's the humidity, or the soil or
Something.
what. So yeah, it's something where everything grows there. And so I was just thinking in terms of our life and our context, there's tons of stuff that may be in our life, but it's not bearing fruit. It's not growing. And when we come to God with an open hand and we say, Lord, if you want this out of my life, if you want this game, this activity, this job, this ministry, if this isn't what's best for you, for your kingdom, for me, I give it to you. You know what? That is creating a context for life. Don't be surprised if God does prune it. Don't be surprised if God says, you know what, you're right, actually. This isn't what's best for you. And he may cut that back and take it away. And it can be painful and it can be quick. But when we do that in our hearts, that's the right fertilizer, soil, temperature, humidity, whatever it is. That's the right context for growth to happen. And God will take that when he prunes those things out of our lives, and he is faithful to do that. He's told us that he will. Then there will be life that happens again. Radical obedience and kingdom living, it often comes with sacrifices. We come with an open hand. And I want to encourage you to do that today, and then be excited. Even if it's quick, even if it's painful, even if it's a lot, it will create a context for God to create growth and create beauty like those wildflowers that you see, fruit in your life. Be blessed today.